Hey guys, so today instead of talking about a movie or an anime, I want to talk about a video game. This video game, to be exact, it's called Hunipop. Hunipop is what you get when you take a dating sim and Candy Crush, and you just kind of smush it together. That sounds like a weird concept, right? How would you pull a game like that off? Seems like it'd be just weird, right? Well, let's leave this intro in a graceful way, and we'll talk about the plot of this game. The plot is that you're a virgin loser guy or girl just hanging out in a bar when a cute girl comes up to you named Q. You're then given text choices to attempt to awkwardly flirt with her. She laughs and leaves you horribly depressed. You go home to cry yourself to sleep, but you're then met by a girl with pink hair and fairy wings who reveals herself to be the girl from the bar. And also, a love fairy, because that's a thing. And she's taken on you, yes, you, to be her latest project, claiming you'll be her greatest challenge yet. Her goal? Turn you into the greatest love machine the world has ever known. Or something like that. She then shows you the secret of dating, Candy Crush. She teaches you the basics of the game and then takes you around town to meet 8 women who you must woo. You take them on dates, and once you complete 4 dates with one girl, you get to have the sex. And by sex, I mean you play a speed round of Bejeweled while the girl moans in the background. Hot video game sex. The dating is the main mechanic of the game, and as I said, it's Candy Crush-like. You have a set amount of moves, and with those moves you must fill up a meter to complete the date. You have 3 bars on the bottom. Your passion, which is a multiplier increasing the amount of points you get per match, which you get from matching pink hearts. You have turns, and once you're out of those and you've not filled the bar, then the date's failed and you have to try again another day. You get more of these by matching the gold bells called joy tokens, and sentiment. Sentiment comes from matching up the teardrop looking token, and it can be used to give gifts to your date that have a wide variety of benefits to you, like removing all negative tokens called broken hearts and turning them into joy tokens, or shoes that prevent your next broken heart matchup. You can only take a girl on one date a day, so if you fail, you're gonna have to wait to cycle through the next day. A day has 4 stages: morning, afternoon, evening, and night. There really isn't much of a difference between each of these, except that you can only really get to do the sex if you complete the 4th date at night. Besides dating Candy Crush Edition, you can also talk to the girls and find out more information about them, like their last name, birthday, and hobbies. They'll also ask you questions like, what do you think about commitment, and are you a lazy couch potato? Of course, as in real dating, you don't want to answer these questions truthfully, as they will get upset at you. No, you want to lie, which is, as everyone knows, the best way to start a relationship. Doing so will get you honey, which you can spend on upgrades, which you'll need as the game can get really difficult further on. You'll also earn money for each date, even failed ones, you can use to buy gifts, which will also give you more honey, new hairstyles for each girl, and more date gifts. But if you ask a girl a question you've already asked, or answer a question in a manner not to their liking, you only get a small amount of honey. Each girl also has a favorite and least favorite matchup combination that will reflect their personality, with preferred matches giving you the most points and hated ones giving you the least, meaning you'll have to tailor your gifts and play to each girl differently. It's a simple game at first glance, but it has a lot of depth upon closer inspection. There's also hidden characters in alpha mode that keeps ramping up the difficulty. The visual and gameplay of Hunipop, though, are wonderful. Hunipop's interface quality rivals that of any dating sim I've played, which is not many, and far surpasses most puzzle games I've played, of which I've played far too much. The music, on the other hand, is not specifically memorable to me, and I actually have trouble remembering some of the tunes to any of the tracks. But it did set the mood pretty well in the game, so I guess that's what really counts. Also, the voice acting in this game is actually pretty damn good. Each voice actress pulls off their part perfectly. One major drawback of Hunipop is the fact that you can't ever really lose the dating sim portion. Sure, if you get answers wrong, you don't get as much honey, but no matter what you answer, the girls won't leave or dump you. While that makes sense in the way that it's a puzzle game, it's a huge drawback on the dating portion, removing any skill or strategy that could be had. It's also a game without any real story. There is no end. Characters don't develop or change, which makes the dating sim aspect kind of hollow. Now, Hunipop is a Kickstarter game, and I know there wasn't a huge budget, but some conclusion or something that would have made the dating sim aspect pay off would have gone a long way. I mentioned it earlier, but this is at the end of the day a sex game, a game about sex. Sure, that sex is playing a battle around a Candy Crush while a 2D girl moans in the background and her bra falls off, but it's sex, I guess. The problem is it's not very, stimulating. By that, I mean you have to focus so hard at actually beating the level that what's to your side isn't your focus. If you don't continue to look for your next match, your meter will drop and you'll have to start all over again. Not to say I really mind this, actually I prefer it. I never started playing this game for that, and it isn't the reason I sunk 40 plus hours into this game. If the sex simulation is why you want to pick up this game, then I can't really say I would completely recommend it to you. I mean, you get naughty pictures from girls after each date, and those get spicier as dates go on. But those are just pictures, and you can see those on the internet if that's what you really want. No, I'd recommend this game more so for its puzzles, honestly, because that's what kept me coming back to play more. It wasn't about the sex or the naked 2D girls. It's about puzzles. Hunipop is a porn game, really. It's a game where you pick up girls with the goal being that you're going to have sex with them. And by have sex with them, you play a battle mode of Candy Crush. I've already explained that. You guys know that. The game also gave me a laugh every now and then for how ridiculous it is, but a lot of that seemed intentional, and it's nice to see a game that doesn't take itself too seriously, or a comedy game that doesn't try to overload you with jokes. It's self-aware and quirky, and the gameplay gets far more challenging as you keep going along, and with the alpha mode it just feels so satisfying to finish dates near the end. There's no real conclusion to the story at the end of this, and there's no real story at all, which makes sense because it's a puzzle game. But the story isn't really why you play the game. Neither are the naked 2D girls. You play this game more for its addicting puzzles, fun writing, and good characters. All said, guys, Hunipop is only $10 on Steam, and I highly recommend you check it out. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Hope you liked it. If you did, you give me a like and maybe leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this game. You should also check out my video before this on Dragon Ball GT and its questionable quality. You could also subscribe, and if you really want to, follow me on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. Maybe one of those, maybe all three. Who knows? Links in the description below.
Yeah, you sit there and insist. No, you two are great.